All right. Chemwali Ndwandireni, thank you so much for joining me today. I think I don't take this for granted, but just for you to come on this platform and share your experience, I think this is going to help most of Malawians, most of people who are interested, like maybe just to see, to come to the United States under this scholarships or fellowship or assistantship. Now, in mwezi mwazibanga. Tiambile ponena kuti, I think for you guys who are watching right now, welcome to my page. And the whole purpose of this, ndikufuna ndiyankhe anthu ajamuna apempha kuti kodi tingalimbe bwanji. And I think when I posted something on my Facebook page just a couple of days ago, I posted about the Humphrey Fellowship. And I had a bunch of inbox messages. Tatilembereniko. Now, today I have a special guest on my page who is going to explain, because this person also did the same thing and she was successful. And she came, wapanga school, and I believe she's about now to go back home. So let me welcome you, sister. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Good. You know what? I know some people, they already know you because I saw your face on the website, US Embassy.
Yeah, US Embassy, yeah.
Yeah, amathokoza basi kuti wabini kupanga congratulate kuti you did well. Now you came to the United States, you did your school. So let me start by this. Where did you do your bachelor's degree, your first degree?
So I did my first degree with the University of Malawi. Now it's currently known as MUBAS.
Yes.
So I did Bachelor's of Accountancy.
Oh, nice. Accountancy. Were you working before you came here?
Yeah, so I'm actually still working because I'm going back to my work.
Okay.
So I work as a financial analyst with National Local Government Finance Committee, and I work with local governments. Yeah. So I have 5 local governments that are under me that I manage in terms of financial management and compliance. So basically it's about financial management and monitoring.
Wow. I think Ubuntu Gungomva profile, I think everybody would say that he deserved it. She was supposed to go there. So tell me, I posted this Humphrey Fellowship, and I've had so many people asking me, and some of them, they even reached out to me to write a reference letter, which I think 2 or 3 of them I did, but what was your secret, Kuti Ukari, successful in your application?
So for me, my advice has always been that everybody has a unique story to tell. Right. So like in my case, I know what I wanted. I know from my experience, what I wanted to achieve, right, and which I've been doing. And then, so I took that story which I had and put it in my paper. So it was not something authentic, but something that I just heard from someone else, but it was just original. So
some people may say, Budimina, you were already a writer.
No, not at all. And actually, it was my first application. I've never applied for any other scholarship. It was my first application.
So what did you put in that essay? Because I think about my essay, it was that 3, 4, 5. How many essays were you?
Yeah, I think about 5. Yeah, about 5. Because basically, the first one is just about your goals, what you want to achieve, and then your career or professional goals, what you want to be like in 5 to 10, actually 5 years, and then the contributions that you make. Yes. Sorry?
Both short-term and long-term.
Yes, short-term and long-term goals. Yeah. And then like what plans do you have after your scholarship, your fellowship program? So yeah, basically that was it.
So it was a matter of convincing whosoever read your essays or your application. This girl, this lady, this lady, chakuti, and you wrote that in detail.
Yes.
And straight to the point, right?
Yeah.
Very precise.
Very, very precise. Okay. And actually know your story. What I mean is they are looking for what you've been able to achieve whilst you're still in Malawi.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
so
we're
for
talking about
example, yes,
background now, but so far up to this
yes,
point, Mulindi, you have your first degree.
yes,
With your first
yes.
degree, what have you done? You see, guys, you have to listen. This is simple and straightforward. I'm reaching out to everyone who was asking questions. What should we do? How can we do it? Can you help to do that? And you know what? I was wondering, Kuti, how would somebody ask a person like me to say, can you do it for me? So akabwera kuno ine ndapangire apa azagwira ntchito yanji azaphunzira bwanji.
No, actually, that's not possible because you wouldn't know their story. You wouldn't know what they do, what they are doing. So
Exactly.
they have to come up with an impact that they're already doing, the impact that they're already making in Malawi or
Right.
in their organization or in their community that they're living in. So through that impact or through that's something which they've already done, that would be something that they can write about.
So briefly, okay, choyamba, you are not a writer.
No.
You managed to come up with something and write a story that had impact and also shared what you have achieved prior of the
Yeah.
application, right? And also, when you were writing, you made sure that what are you going to do, or how is this going to help you and the country or the people around you or the community around you, right? And be able to write that. Now, after you wrote that, did you just send it or did you take it to someone else just to do the proofreading or to review it? Or take us through that step.
Yeah, so I have this friend of mine, which I also consider as a mentor. So
Okay.
I was actually sending it to her to review my essays. She never wrote anything. She was just reviewing it, you know,
Right.
because she didn't know what I wanted to write. She didn't know
She didn't know
my
your
story.
style.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't know anything about it.
So
So
the
what she
story is
was
from
doing was
you.
just reviewing it.
Story, it was from you.
Everything was originated from me.
That's great. That's powerful.
Yeah. So yeah, I had someone who was reviewing it.
Ndiye,
It's good to have someone to review your
just to
paper.
review. Komano, so the way the application is set up online, you just fill in those text boxes, right?
Yeah.
So when you're filling in those text boxes, how did you do that? Did you just write on a Word document and take the questionnaires or the questions and just say, this is what I wrote, or you just took the whole application?
No, actually, I did it in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I can't really remember whether you can you have that option to download. I don't think so.
You
But
cannot.
you can, yeah, but you can actually write down the questions like on your, let's say on your computer, and then you start answering, and then you try to, yeah, you try to fit in. After you write, you try to fit in on the maximum number of words that has been given, just to make sure your story is accurate and fits into the number of words. So basically, you can do it separately, and after you're done, or you have your reviewers reviewed it, and then you can actually just paste it and then submit.
Okay.
So
So
you're not limited, and the good part is you can go there as many times as
times as you
possible.
want. Yeah, you can
Yeah, so
go back in.
yeah, you're not limited to just once you start and then you finish it. No. So that's
So
the good part.
So, okay, we've started talking about this. I said some people, they know you. Now I think we can go to the introduction part. It's very unique. Now, what's your name, right?
Okay, so my name is Mariam Awadi.
Great.
Yeah, so
So,
yeah, I'm currently in the US.
so Mariam, yeah, so nice to meet you and nice to talk to you. But the thing is, let's talk about the challenges. When you were doing this application, or when you were completing your application, what were the challenges? And from there, I think we'll jump straight to now the process after you were selected. How long did it take you to receive the news that you did successfully your application? And then how long did it take for all the processes for you to be in the United States, and what was paid for you and what was not paid for you? And when you were in the United States, amakupatsani chani kapena anakupatsani chani chimene chinakuthandiza kuti you should still be in the United States. Don't go into new details, but I just want that, you know, yeah.
Okay, so basically, I wouldn't really say the challenges, you know, as any other application when you apply. I mean, you're applying for a job, for example, you know, you're applying and then you're just like in suspense, you know, I'm applying this, but I don't know whether I'm gonna be successful or not. So for me, my advice has always been have faith on whatever you want to achieve.
Exactly.
Yeah, so for me, from the word go, when I saw the advert, I was like, this is for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is for me. Let me apply for this. And then I did send the application.
Okay.
So when between sending the application and being invited for interviews, I think it only took like 4 weeks. It only took like
a month.
So yes.
Pretty much a
or
month.
so, yeah, 4 weeks or so. And then, yeah, I was invited for interviews. It was a Zoom interview.
Mm-hmm.
I did the interviews and then I had to wait for like, I don't know, another month or 2 months or 6 weeks. I'm not sure. I can't really remember.
Right.
And then that's when I was told that I was successful.
So
I had to do my TOEFL.
What channel did they use? Did you receive an email like saying,
yes,
oh,
yes,
you're successful, so we want you to come and
so they always make sure that they communicate through emails.
Okay.
So they do send emails, and sometimes they also even send an email and also make a call to you that you're successful.
So
but
email,
usually it was email.
so guys, take note of that. Make sure you check your emails. And
exactly, yes.
Sometimes you might receive your emails and it goes straight to the spam folder or the spam box. Check. Mwalandira, more especially those who have applied for the Humphrey Fellowship. This is the right time. I think it has already gone about 2 weeks. No, not the right time. So give it about another 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, go
2
back.
2 weeks or so, yeah, I should say.
Check your emails. Okay, so after you've been notified that you have been successful with your application, right? And did they tell you to meet them or to go somewhere? Because the reason why I'm asking this, is right now there's lots of spam, and some people are lying to people.
Yeah,
that's the big problem right now, and people, they don't know what is true, what is not true, or what's legitimate, what's not legitimate. Now, did they call you to tell you you have to pay something, or you have to come?
No, not at
nothing that you paid, right?
Yeah, nothing. I really paid nothing for it.
Okay.
So basically, be on the lookout from emails from US Gov. So yeah, they actually send emails from that email address.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you see, guys, I'm talking to you. Check your emails and make sure no one spams you or no one lies to you and say, okay, you've been selected and then you have to send us some money. There is nothing that you have to pay to nobody, because the fellowship is sponsored, is funded, is fully funded, right? So
yes, fully funded.
Paid for you. I think including the air ticket, is that right?
Yes, everything is fully funded. And even on the application, it's indicated that you have to do English tests. So once you're successful, they make sure that they pay for your English tests. That's TOEFL.
So TOEFL also is paid, and TOEFL Malawi, I think TOEFL imabangidwa ku British Council for those people.
No, now it's online. You have to do it online. You can do it anywhere, like even in your room.
In your room.
So it's no longer done, I think, at British Council. You have to do it online. I think it was changed due to COVID.
Oh, due to COVID. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Because of the COVID time. Yeah, right. But what I knew was TOEFL, if you want to do TOEFL, what else? The other one was that I forgot what it's called. But anyways, to do all those placement tests, you have to go online. And I think you can search online. You can go on Google and search and do the TOEFL, the English proficiency. It's required because when you come to the United States and you're doing the education here in the United States, you need at least to speak good English, right? You need to communicate in English. And I
So
remember.
I think,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay, so I think like for Malawi, I think you're given 3 chances to write.
Mhm.
If you fail, I think you still go to the US,
Right.
and then you have to like come
Pick.
here earlier. Yeah, come here earlier so that you can do the English I think classes for like a month.
Okay.
Yeah, because some people are coming from non-speaking English countries. So like yeah.
And just to back up your comment, education yangu Malawi timaphunzira mu Chizungu. So if you've been to the University of Malawi kaya ku MUBAS UNIMA, mumaphunzira zonse zimwe mumaphunzira munthu mumaphunzira m'Chingerezi. And if
Yes.
you can have I think a reference later from your professor saying that you have the English proficiency, that might also carry a little bit of weight. But TOEFL is standardized because once you do TOEFL, all the schools in the United States, they will recognize that, unlike if you take a reference later from the professor or whosoever you want to take it. So, okay, let's move fast here. I wanted to make this like a very short video with you, Mariam. So when tiyambire ponena kuti no akuzani kuti okay munyamuke mukuyamba skulu, so masemester akuno ndi mmene amayendera, anakuzana kuti mulole tiketi kamene anakufukuzana kuti muyang'ane ndege, then mutabwera ku school anakulandirani motani, then from there just briefly tell us in a nutshell how your life has been in the United States.
Okay, like I've been successful. They started processing everything. They processed our tickets and all that. So there was nothing that I did. Everything was done by the US Embassy through the State Department in the US and the IIE. Those are like the sponsors of the program.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. They another process and then tinabwera kuno. And between coming here and between leaving Malawi and coming here, we had already been in contact with the school, the host university that we were, assigned to.
Right.
So the host university were already given our names by the US State Department that these people are the ones that are coming to this university. Yes, this university. And then they started getting in touch with us. I think that's the procedure every year.
Right.
So they started getting in touch with us, like about accommodation. They gave us all information about life in the US, accommodation and everything. And then also they gave us links on how we can register on our academic, because it's both academic and professional development.
Right.
So basically it was that process. Yeah.
So when you came here, were you able to work in the US?
So part of the program is also to work in the US, as in do internship.
Okay.
Yeah, do internship. Basically, it's for 6 weeks. You're supposed to do internship for 6 weeks. But like I think a couple of us have been working for like 6 months.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, okay, so to conclude this, before we come to the conclusion, let's now focus on you. You've done your school, you've done your fellowship here, your master. I don't know what field were you doing. It was accounting.
I was in Syracuse University. That was my whole family. So basically, Syracuse University is ranked #1 university in public admin. Okay. So my focus was on financial management, but I was doing financial management and public policy analysis.
So financial management and public policy analysis. And let me ask you, Mariam, how do you think whatever you've learned here is going to help our country?
Wow, I've learned from people with diverse experience, and there are actually a lot of things that I never knew before coming here. Like a lot of things that I never knew before coming here, but from the people, the professors, various connections that have been made, I know the impact that that I now have in my life will actually materialize when I go back home, because because the same knowledge that I have now, I feel like will make a difference, especially in my field,
Yes.
and also in the people that I work with in the local governments.
Perfect. You know what makes me happy more is that you work in the government.
Yeah.
That's very fascinating because you're going to contribute a lot in our administration, in our government system, but not only in the government, but Malawi at large, which is a great thing to do. Okay, Mariam, what advice are you going to give those who are interested to participate in these fellowships, assistantships, or even those who just want to come to the United States and do their schools, do their masters, their bachelor's degree, or they want to pursue graduate degree or PhD?
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
For me, I would say apply, apply, apply. There are so many opportunities out here. The problem has been people don't apply.
Right.
I encourage you to keep on applying. Apply. Don't let that opportunity pass by. Make sure you see that opportunity and then you apply. That's the only way you can be here.
Right. Ena mwina akunena kuti koma ife tidziwa bwanji kuti kuli mwayi umenewu tingaupeze pati. Do you know any websites that people can go and find these opportunities?
Yeah, there are actually several websites.
Okay.
I think for me, I think LinkedIn is the good source that people can always check for opportunities. Just make sure you're on LinkedIn. Also Google Sends, and also Facebook pages, depending on what your interests are. So yeah.
Oh, good. I am so happy that today, you see, we've touched base and then we've talked and we have encouraged someone, we have taught someone how they can do it, how they can be successful in this. And let me say this, guys, thank you so much for watching, for taking time to watch this interaction with Mariam. And Mariam was blessed to get this scholarship and the fellowship to come to the United States and do her master's, which is great. And I congratulate you for completing your master's. Congratulations. This is not just for you. Tisizanu tuzokaya. Iziza Malawis. Tikasangalala nanu limodzi ku Malawi kuti thank you so much for taking this for us, because your contributions are going to add value in our government as well as the country at large, and we appreciate that. So thank you so much for coming in on my page, and thank you guys for watching this. God bless you, and God bless Malawi.